Yo, you want to see something cool? No? Well, I'm gonna do it anyway.
About a month ago, I get a letter, postcard, something back in the mail from Sullivan County, and it's for jury duty. And jury duty that comes with a threat. They call it a civic duty as part of your job as a citizen. But since when does civic duty come with a threat of arrest and fines? Now, I live paycheck to paycheck. Well, first, welcome back to the Backyard Republic. But back to the meat of it. I work paycheck to paycheck. Not ashamed of it. It's what working class do. So, in the state of Tennessee, they randomly pick people and send them a notice in the mail saying you need to report for jury duty and orientation at, well, in my case, it was Sullivan County Courthouse in Blountville at 8:45. And to be fair, I don't want to go. I can't afford to go. They pay you $10 a day plus mileage. $10 a day plus mileage. So I figured if they're going to pay me 50 cents a mile or whatever, they might pay me $20 a day. $20 a day for 8 to 10 hours a day, 3 to 4 days a week, or until that trial's over. That's going to be my house payment. It's going to be my AEP bill payment. And anybody knows AEP. Coming up winter, we're going to have $600 bills again. But my house payment, offer this civic duty of being a U.S. citizen. And if I don't do it, I'm fined $500 and possibly jail time. So that doesn't really sound like a duty to me. That sounds like servitude. Now, the 13th Amendment says that we don't have to work for free or do anything for free. We can't be volunteer to do anything, except if it's involved in our punishment for a crime or duties of a citizen, whether it be the draft for males only, by the way, that has been the standard for a long time, or jury duty. And the state of Tennessee pays you $10 a day. $10 a day don't buy you a cup of coffee at Starbucks, pay for your gas, buy your lunch. $10 a day doesn't do much. It's definitely not going to make my house pay. So the ideal of it is beautiful. You have citizens, your peers, a jury of your peers sitting there listening to your court case, listening to what the $200 an hour or more attorneys are putting together. They get overtime. The judge is making six figures, but we're making $10 a day. The judge's parking space costs more than the entire jury's pay for that day. Their car wash, $30 car wash. That's more than what a juror gets paid. We as citizens just sit there and take it. We sit there and take it. And, this is something that you have to do for freedom. This is not how the system is set up or supposed to be set up. Now, the state of Tennessee, they set this pay rate, this $10 an hour, there's $10 a day back in 2008. But the 13th Amendment, this was visited back in 1918. Butler versus Supreme Court or something. Butler versus Perry, that's what it was. And that's where the court said, it's okay. You can have slave labor to choose to as a juror. They can't choose you to go pick cotton, or they can't choose you to go and do other manual tasks, but they could pick you to be a juror and pay you $10 a day. So that's just government logic. You have politicians that are attorneys, by the way. Like 80% of all politicians are attorneys, so they can't be trusted. Attorneys that become judges can't be trusted. $10 a day. That's what they want to pay us. They want to pay the backbone of Americans: teachers, farmers, waiters, mechanics, security officers. They want to pay them $10 a day to sit there and listen to someone trying to get off or trying to get off on something that they're guilty of, but the police or the DA has done a shitty job in presenting their case. So they string it out for 3 or 4 days, a week, 2 weeks. It's not even better on a federal level. They pay you $50 a day. $50 a day still ain't gonna cover your bills. But we can dump billions of dollars overseas or Argentina so they can cut our throats with beef and cut our throats with soybean. We can give them $20 billion, but we can only pay jurors here in America $50 a day on the federal, $10 a day on state. Like I said, lawyers are billing $100 an hour. Judges are just six figures as soon as they get elected or appointed. And plus, they're above the law. So the issue with me is if you want it to be fair and you want to have people come in and think of it as a duty, pay them a fair wage. Pay them, have an all volunteer basis, and you pay them a livable wage, and that's what their job is. That's what their job is. Give them protections so they don't get fired from their jobs. Because some states, some companies will fire you. Some companies will fire you if you can't show up. So here you are, you're out of a job. You're making $10 a day, but you pay these people and give them protection under the Equal Employees Right Act, or whatever it is, and give them protection. And you can have an AI source that can actually randomly pick people. I'm not sure how they do it, but using AI, you can have these people be randomly picked to make sure they're actually picked from across the board your peers. But instead, what you have a working class man that's got picked up for a DUI or whatever. We all make mistakes. It's no big deal. And he's having to depend on. Imagine it. You're in there. You picked up your a DUI, and or whatever it was. You get in a fight in a bar, and it happens. And you look across, and it's supposed to be your peers. You see a bunch of blue-haired Karens, a bunch of old women, and a bunch of old dudes that don't have anything else to do but come and serve on jury duty for that $10. So a jury of my peers. If you want to have a jury of my peers, you go get guys that work for a living. You get guys that work 10, 12, 14-hour shifts a day that don't want to be there, that know that people are going to make mistakes, but they don't do that. The people that they have, they're either they're wanting to hurry up and get out of there so they're not paying attention, or they're sitting there drinking out of a styrofoam cup, drinking machine coffee out of the courthouse, trying to stay awake. They're not paying attention. They're worried about what their kids are doing or what their grandkids are doing after school, and you're going to be stuck there with these people wondering. They're stuck with you too. I know what I'm going to say. He's guilty. Let's get it over with. Or he's not guilty. Let's get it over with. I don't care what the attorney says. I don't care what the judge says. All I want to do is go home. I want to go back to work. I want to make sure my bills are getting paid. I want to make sure I put food on the table for my kids. Our system, our court system, it's kind of like a teacher's pet. It does whatever it's told, and anybody gets in the way, it's told no, and it's just to remind you that it's addicted to control, and it's reminding you who's in charge. Some jury stuff. I mean, that actually means something. It does. But like I said, there's other ways we can do it. The people that serve on jury should get tax credit also. Should get tax credit also. The people our military gets paid shitty too. It's funny. The only two things you can volunteer for or get drafted, because that's essentially what jury duty is. If you don't go, you get put in jail and you get fined. And it both pays shitty. So I'm just freedom doesn't start in the courtroom anymore. It starts at your stupid mailbox. When they give you a summons and they remind you it's your civic duty. Civic duty shouldn't come with handcuffs. It shouldn't come with jail time. It's crazy to think that it is. They'll fine you, and if you don't show up, they'll starve you and your family. That's the system now. Justice is supposed to be blind, but here in Tennessee, apparently that bitch is broke too. $10 a day. That's ridiculous. No groceries. Not paying any bills. Y'all speak up. Stay loud. Stay lit.